What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, it is a new year, so I thought we'd shake things up and do things a little bit differently. Now, we have a meta formation for you, and just look at these stats. 3-0 win, 60-40 possession, 12 shots to his 1. It was a total shutout, and I'm going to show you guys exactly the formation and setup that I used to get this type of win in Rivals, in FUT Champs, in anything across the board. Anything that FC25 has, I'm using this formation at this point in time. As you can see, we were lucky enough to get this formation in draft as well. So we're using it in draft, which is the gameplay you can see in front of you now. We had some semi-decent players, not the best of players, but we managed to go 4 in a row with a draft. I mean, Zico's not the best of cards, but he's okay. So yeah, we managed to get a goal up there. And I used the same formation and the same setup. Like I say, we was lucky enough to get this formation in draft, so that was pretty nice. And then I just added my little setup to that as well. So going back to the original gameplay clip, so you can see that we closed that game out 2-0 win, and we move on to a Rivals game where we're using this particular formation. And the stats you saw at the start of this video is from this game you're seeing now. Now, we did that Pedro card, Pedro Neto card. Now we chose the shooting guy. I can't remember. I think one of them was quicker than the other, and one of them had better shooting. So we chose the one with finesse, purely because I don't have a right-footed finesse player in my squad. They're all left-footed. So yeah, I wanted a right-footed finesse, so that way in game I can swap them around if I want to. Have the right-footed guy on the left so he can cut in, and exactly, the left-sided so he can cut in as well. So that's what we wanted to do on that one. And plus, you will see that his dribbling was absolutely crazy as well. So yeah, highly worth recommending. I don't think he was that expensive. I think he was a couple of 86s and a couple of 85s. I had the fodder in the club anyway, so we did that. I didn't get the Haaland glitch either, because we've almost completed that too, which was a bit of a bummer. I see a lot of people getting that glitch as well. But it is what it is. I tend to miss out on these glitches because of the times of day that I play. So yeah, you can see in front of you Division 1 in Rivals, and we're absolutely spanking our opponent here. And you saw the stats at the start of the video, and it was just, this formation makes life so much easier. It reminds me of the 4-3-2-1 effect that we had last season. So yeah, let me jump into what formation I'm talking about and how I've got it set up. And of course, it is the 4-2-1-3 formation, the one that everybody is using at this point in time. You probably noticed over the last 7 to 10 days, everybody seems to be running this formation. I did a video on it probably October time, and I had so many comments saying it was such a good formation and it got them extra wins and everything like that, and it was amazing. And I kind of put it to one side and was working on other formations and things like that, but this one seems to have just crept back up on there and is back with a bang. So this is what we run. You can see the team in front of you. We did an upgrade with the left back. We managed to get Theo Hernandez recently, which was pretty nice. Konate had an upgrade, and Munoz had an upgrade. I'm using Mainu and Tonali as my DMs. They are so mobile and so agile in that defensive midfield situation. It is crazy. Palmer, I'm not a massive fan of. I do have better cams, but I just like his left foot because he kind of mixes it up. Z Roberto is just an amazing card. And then I got Goicoechea as well a couple of days ago. Not used many of his cards before, but I've used him a few times now, and he is my go-to strike at this point in time. And then, like I said, Pedro Neto, we chose the finesse one purely because, like I say, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's left-footed. I did say previously he was right-footed, but I got that totally wrong. He is a left-footed player, but because that 5-star weak foot, he can do that finesse on either side, is what I was saying. So yeah, absolutely amazing. He can play in 4 or 5 different positions, so that's why I did him. And he was relatively cheap as well. He wasn't overly expensive, and there's that play style, performs finesse shot significantly faster with maximum curve and exceptional accuracy, which is what we were saying. So yeah, that is why we chose him. So yeah, it's the 4-2-1-3. You've seen a little bit of the gameplay. Let me drop some more in there just so I can go through the motions and explain everything else to you guys. We're not using full cam either. which doesn't really bother me too much, but I'll just show you quickly how we've got the tactical presets and the formation setup. So it is the 4-2-1-3, as I said. It's a build-up style is on short passing because I like the possession style that it offers, and you get the more passing rhythm going, which you probably would have seen if you watched the gameplay that I had a lot of passing. And then defensive approach is aggressive. We're using 91 because we want that auto offside trap. We want them to track the runners, and the defence should not get caught now because we are quick enough to catch pretty much anybody. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I watched my son play the other day. And he was using Mbappe, and he was getting caught by like Tarams and things like that, and it was like these defenders are just, they're too much at the minute, but it is what it is, and this is FC25, so that's kind of what you get in this. So anyway, I'm going to drop in a little bit more gameplay, and then obviously I'll come back and I'll show you the code and I'll show you how I've got these individually set up. So of course the best way to show you guys is in FUT Champs, because that is the one that matters most in my opinion, because that is where we get our best reward from. So yeah, we come up against a 3 at the back user here, which is highly unusual for a FUT Champs game. Don't really see that often, but from here, yeah, you can see what's happening. We're straight in the box and we're already 1-0 up quite quickly on in the game, and you'll understand why I've chose Pedro Neto in a second. But you can see here, we turn defence into attack quite quickly. We don't need to wait for runners. You can see here we're outplaying him on the wings. It's a given. But this is it. This is the reason I chose this card, is because of shooting like that. And although we don't score from it directly, indirectly we get a chance. And I thought the opponent was going to quit, but he doesn't. So we move on to the next, and again we turn defence into attack pretty quickly. You can see from here our wings are just where it's all at, and we've got some really nice players on the wings, so we might as well take advantage of that. And then from here, it was a great tackle by the defender. I was just about to shoot, but we win the ball back, and we managed to get a shot away again with Neto with his left foot, but no, it didn't happen that time. But from here, this is what I was talking about, his 5-star weak foot comes into play. So from here, boom, that finesse, top bins, you ain't saving that. So yeah, let me jump into how I've got this set up, and I'll give you the code. So yeah, we've got this set up in such a way that I don't want to get caught by another 4-2-1-3 user. So if I do come up against another guy that's using the similar formation to me, I don't want to get caught out. And a lot of people use their fullbacks on balanced or attack, and that is where you get caught out with this formation. So I have mine on fullback defend. So they stay back, they do their job. Because we've got 2 holding players, we're kind of defending with 6 and we're attacking with 4. However, when you send them on manual runs and things like that, you get more players up the pitch, but they're not static or anything like that, so it stops you getting caught, which is why I got them set up that way. My cam, playmaker balanced. My left wing and right wing both have them on inside forwards and balanced. You would have seen from the gameplay clips, I hope, that these guys, these left wing and right wing, kind of act as strikers. And they do more than just support the striker. They act as strikers themselves, which is pretty nice. And with the finesse shooting and things like that, they're just always in on goal. And the front 3 is where you're going to score most of your goals. And Guy Karras is just an absolute monster in this game. And of course, we have him on advance forward and attack, and that is pretty much it. It kind of looks like a more condensed 4-2-1-3 formation, or a 4-2-3, 4-3-3 type of style that you can see there. But I mean, it works, and that's all that matters at this point in time, and that's all anybody really cares about. So there's your code. You can see the code there. I will zoom in on it so you can get a better look at it. I will, if I remember, pin it as well, because I'm useless. I keep forgetting things like that. So yeah, this is one. If you're looking for the 4-2-1-3, this setup is the one for you. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until the next video, everybody take care and look after themselves.